Finny, you have something to talk about, don't you?
Okay, I'm just gonna get right into what I want to talk about. Vinland Saga, I finished it.
Nice.
Man, it was bloody
very
good.
excited.
I mean, because you know what it is, when you finish an anime, right, and you're like, you want to watch something else. At the same time, you don't want to move on too quick. So you're like, that was a banger though. Like, hold on, let me take that in. That was a banger.
Let it sink it in.
Yeah. Because you need to I need to talk about Vinland Saga in a bit before I move on. Because if I move on, I might never talk about Vinland Saga again until the next season. So I need to make use of this opportunity. So
let's
listen
the ending.
But what? What do you say, Dan?
The ending.
Oh, mate, ending.
Okay. Was
You know, ending's a banger, right? When you rewatch it on YouTube, you know what I mean? That's when you know it's a banger.
Oh yeah.
Because
And his
go on, yeah.
my favorite thing about it, right? My favorite thing about the ending. I'm sorry, I took the spotlight.
No, I want to hear it.
Alert.
Oh man, bro, the
Oh,
ending.
spoiler. Yeah, big spoilers.
The best bit of the ending, right? Oh yeah, yeah, huge.
Do not. If you want to watch Vinland Saga, skip. Please skip.
Skip for your dear life.
Please. Look, actually, I'll get on my knees.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hear this.
so the ending, right? Like, bro, when it happened, when the deed happened, when the guy just
Yeah, you can
yeeted
say
off the king's head,
Yeah,
bro,
man.
I felt it. I was like, oh,
Bro,
I was in disbelief. I was like, no way, wait, did that just happen?
it was like,
Because it was so out of nowhere. And the thing, like, what I rated about it, and I think Finn, I remember I mentioned this to you, Finley, is he's there pointing the sword at the king's head, and he's like, if you move, I'm gonna chop him off.
yeah.
And you're just there like, okay, so he's not going to.
Yeah.
What's the plan here?
Yeah.
What's the plan here? What's he gonna do? And a guard moves his feet and just swish off he goes. You know, just clean off. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, because you see the situation, you're like, okay, this is just to like, get the viewers at the edge of their seat, and he's gonna pull off some mad trick here, and bait everyone because he's gonna like 100 IQ play. But no, he's just like, I'll bun your head. Just slices it. I'm like, because I'm thinking like,
Hey,
where do we go from here? Like, you've
monk.
cut his head off. Like, how are you gonna get your way out of this one? But it was just like, the ending was so good because it was the climax you wanted, right? Because it was like quite action packed for a final episode, right? And also it was like really finished off. What's his name? Askeladd's like character arc, and like
Oh yeah.
it was so good. From like when he had to like a duel out with his friend, I forgot what his name was called, and like kill him off. Cause when he had a duel with with his like right hand man. Before then.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was sick. I love that.
That was
fight.
sick. And then telling him like he was his only friend after admitting he didn't like anyone from, what was it? He didn't like anyone from where? Where was he from again?
The Vikings.
He didn't like any of the Vikings, yeah, but I'm just like, well, where were they from again? I don't remember. Was it
I
Wales?
don't remember.
Was-
As
no,
bad as
I
it
don't-
sounds, like we're
I
guessing
don't-
up the show. We're like,
Look, right. Basically, he had like his whole group of men that he stuck with for years, and secretly he hated all of them. But then he realized last second that there was one guy who he actually valued as a friend, and I was just like, oh mate, the whole thing was just great.
It was.
Thorkel, my guy, he's badass.
I love that guy. I love that guy. He's my favorite character in the whole show.
Best boy.
There's so many good characters in that show, and I don't know who's my favorite. I'm like, bro, the show is so unpredictable. Anything could happen. Like, literally anyone can die. I think it has like less plot armor than like Attack on Titan, and anyone catches smoke in Attack on Titan. But Vinland Saga,
Yeah.
bro, anyone's head can get chopped off. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it was, bro, man.
Oh, I was trying to think of a show. I remember I recently watched a show that that was like that. I think it actually might have been Vinland Saga. It's just you're just there. It's like, bro, anyone could die at any point.
Yeah, and those are my favorite shows because it's like every time there's a fight scene, right? And there was so many fights in Vinland Saga. I'm just on the edge of my seat, like, yo, is this guy gonna die right now? Like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah. Because and here's the thing, right? It's like throughout the series, you kind of get there's like this hint that Thorfinn has a little bit of plot armor because it's he's like, I'm gonna kill Askeladd.
Yeah,
That's all I want to do. So that he's like, oh, there's the plot armor, and you think, okay, not much is really gonna happen to him because it defeats his whole purpose of life. But nope, in the end, it doesn't matter because he doesn't kill him.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, he's got a plot armor. Okay, it's gonna be really bait. The end of the series, I can pretty predict it, mate. He's gonna end up dueling him one final time and beat him, and that's gonna be the
Yeah,
end
yeah.
of Vinland Saga. Nope, completely did not predict the ending at all. Instead,
180.
the guy chops the king's head off instead, and then goes on a rampage. Like, what the? You
Kills
can't
everyone,
make this stuff
just
up.
slices everyone, gets chopped up himself, and then just dies.
But the thing
then
is,
Thorfinn gets dragged away. Doesn't even go home.
yeah, and the thing was, it's like, it wasn't even a stupid move or anything, because it was like, in the end, when they explained it, was really logical as well. It was to save his homeland, so from getting invaded.
Oh yeah,
And like,
yeah, from Wales. Yeah.
and also like making sure that the next king would take, you know, the previous king's position and everything to basically get both his ways. He had to sacrifice himself, and I was like, damn, that was just genius. Made me really like
It was a
that
very
character
good
as well. Askeladd, I really liked him. He was really cool because I hated him at first when he killed my guy Thor. I was like, you're a snake. I'm never gonna like you.
You're a bitch, yeah.
And then at the end of the series, damn, my favorite character died. God damn it. So,
True.
I don't know if I like more Askeladd
No,
or
it's-
Thorkel. No, I'll probably Askeladd. He's the guy.
He's sick. I like, and it's such a. If you think about it, it's a tragic story. It's a very
Yeah.
tragic story because you think like, if you reflect upon it, you have a young kid whose dad gets killed off,
Yeah.
and then in anger, this little boy sneaks into the enemy's boat.
Yep.
So then he has nowhere home. So his only thing is to stick with his enemies.
Yeah.
And then he grows up like living by himself pretty much, you know, like secluded from everybody.
Yeah.
Just learnt in battle. And in all of his life leads up to killing this one guy. To not even do it, like bro, just L's.
It really, bro, like as badass as like he was a walking L. But like
He was.
and the thing was, like, I remember when he was like, because when he was hanging out with the enemy Vikings, right, and he was like following behind them, and I'm like, and when Askeladd didn't kill him when he was young, I'm like, Askeladd, I'm like, you're an idiot. You're gonna regret this when you're older or in the future when Thorfinn becomes OP. So I was like, this is predictable.
Nope.
He's gonna regret keeping him alive. Nope. Askeladd didn't even die from Thorfinn, so he didn't
Still-
regret it. He
and
took
even
took a
in
dub
like
there.
later times would still smoke him.
Yeah, he smoked it the whole way. But that was like, that's why I really liked it. It's like, no matter how much Thorfinn tried and to get like really good, and he got really like OP in the end. But like Askeladd, it just shows how OP Askeladd was. Like he held his ground. Bro, he dropped his weapons in the final fight and still smoked them. Like, bro,
True, and not even that. The meaning behind it, because I think the meaning that they tried to put is, you know, the reason that Thorfinn was losing to him is because he was emotionally invested. You know, he was living for revenge and nothing else.
Yeah. Yep.
So it like clouded his thoughts, and it's like you know, a very strong message. As long as you have anger towards me, you're never gonna win. I'm sorry, like no matter how powerful you get, you're never gonna win.
Yeah, exactly. It was so good because
It was so good, yeah.
when like I just remember like watching them fight, and I realized like Thorfinn wasn't fighting as well against Askeladd than he would when he was like fighting other people, like other Vikings and stuff.
Yeah.
Because he always used to pop off when Askeladd told him to kill someone. But when he fought Askeladd, he was always because of course the anger, he didn't fight as well. And Askeladd kept telling him the same thing, and he never learnt in the end, which is why he wasn't actually able to get the kill in the end of his revenge, because he never learnt.
Yeah, it was so good. It was so like well planned out.
Yeah. Oh man, I can.
Steven, do you have any thoughts? Because you've been quite quiet.
Yeah. Just I don't think Steven has anything, because you look at chat. But
Oh, I see.
yeah. But no worries. But yeah, no.
His internet's cut out.
His
I just
internet's
let
cut out.
everyone know.
Yeah,
It's a
basically
bit
his internet cut out.
creepy.
But yeah, right. Opening was fantastic as well, and ending was
Oh,
great.
the opening was sick, yeah.
But and also, I think they used a lot of 3D CGI as well. But it was just like really well executed.
Very well done.
Very well done. Very well done. Oh.
Yeah, definitely. And what like the fights had a very fluid motion to them. They're very smooth.
Oh,
They didn't feel choppy.
Not at all. Definitely very smooth.
It's just like it was such good choreograph. You know, the animation was clean. I loved the art. The setting was sick. Everything about that show was just so good.
I don't have anything negative to say, you know.
My only negative, and I mentioned this to you, is that I just wanted him to go home at the end. I just wanted at the end, at least even an after credit scene of him going home. I wanted that, but it didn't happen.
But the thing is, okay. But my explanation for that is because if he went home, right, it would have been kind of like felt like the show was completed completely. But I think Vinland Saga is going to get a sequel, so that's why. They're going to continue the story.
True that. Also, I think actually, the more I think about it now, I guess the reason Thorfinn didn't go home is because I think the second he goes home is the second he loses. You know.
Yeah.
Because then he retreats, and even if Askeladd is dead, like, you know, I mean, I guess his life is technically over at that point.
Yeah, but I think Askeladd, I think Askeladd, low-key wanted him to like give up on his revenge because it wasn't worth it, or at least.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Because I think that was like, because I remember like, I think Askeladd also developed a lot as a character when he first interacted with Thor. You know when like Thor
massively.
That was like, I really like how they refer to that scene a lot, because that scene was so impactful even though it was so early in the show. But yeah, I think even Askeladd realized that Thorfinn shouldn't hunt for revenge because it's not gonna lead him for anywhere. And so
and
we'll see.
I think it also pained Askeladd to see like a man who he ultimately looked up to, really. Yeah. Or at least if affected him, to see his son like completely disregard his father's word.
Yeah.
Probably like pissed him off as well, because you think like it, because it's like he lived by no violence, no revenge, protect the ones you love kind of ideal. Yeah, and he lived by that, and that massively influenced Askeladd when he watched it, and to see his son, like I said, not abide by that. Yeah, it must have hurted. What?
Go.
Sorry?
No, go on.
Okay, so, I said what really, like, I was like, wow, that's actually really sick. It's, when watching it, like, the first 6 episodes, I was like, wow, this is hella long for a backstory.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was like, obviously where I've seen, like, clips and stuff of Vinland Saga, he gets old, and I was like, wow, this is long. But, what fascinated me is that those 6 episodes had such a massive effect on the whole rest of the story.
100%. Yeah. Like
it wasn't just backstory and then now it's present time and now he's doing this and then it's the it's the future and he's doing this. No. It all makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. I think when, like, of course referring back to the backstory, I think when Askeladd first interacted with Thor and realized how he was like the true what everyone would consider the true warrior, right? Yep. He realized himself that Askeladd, realized himself that he was a true warrior, and that even though it was too late for him to become a true warrior because he's already gone down this dark path, he kind of like tried to redirect Thorfinn to be like his father. But of course, Thorfinn didn't take any note of that, and instead became more like Askeladd in the end, and just became kind of a savage.
Also, did you notice the similarities between Thorfinn and Askeladd?
Yeah, that's what exactly. Yeah,
like as in like kid wise, like kid version. Because Askeladd was in the same boat. He killed. He grew up on like weaponry and stuff, with the sole intent of revenge, living with his enemy. So he probably empathized with him too. He was like, I used to be in your position, and it's not a good position to be in.
Yeah, that's why he probably tried to like prevent Thorfinn from becoming like him.
Yeah.
But in the end,
it was sick.
He was very similar in the end.
Steven, you back?
Yeah, I'm back now. I'm just enjoying listening to you guys talking about Vinland, because I remember watching.
Do you have any?
Yeah.
Do you have any opinions on it?
I thought that it was the perfect show for when I watched it, because I remember being on my seat every single time something happened. Right? And the ending just, it tickled me, man. It tickled me. You know what I mean?
That just like, I just felt like it was like, it's what you want from a show, nothing was predictable. No one can tell me, Vinland Saga was predictable. No, I'll punch you. It was not. You're wrong.
It was not.
Bro, the ending was like, you cannot predict that. Like, if someone's gonna ask me, Finn, predict the ending for Vinland Saga before or let's start the series, I'll be like, easy, mate. mate, Thorfinn's gonna get revenge by killing Ashgalad by the end, by overcoming him with his new strength. Nope, didn't happen at all. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the show was just
complete opposite.
Waiting for that one guy in the comments to say that he predicted it. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, I predicted Ashgalad was gonna chop off the king's head. No, you didn't. Yeah, sure.
Get out of here. Screw that guy.
Bro, I tell you what, you know the Prince become like one of my favorite characters towards the end. Bro, that
that's
the
true.
development he went through.
He had really good character development. Because I was like, this is so annoying at first.
I didn't know, and I didn't know whether or not I would like the sudden change in character. Because you know when the character just was like one way before and someone completely different another.
Yeah.
Like literally the next minute. Sometimes it can come off as like kind of like just poorly executed and stuff.
Yeah.
They just didn't really know how to develop him over time, so they just did it in once.
But it worked,
but
right?
in this case it worked.
Yeah.
And everything just made sense. Yeah. And I just liked his new character as well.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
It was dope.
Yeah. I mean, it made it easier with the fact that we liked him beforehand anyway, and then we liked his after thing, so it's fine.
Well, I didn't like him beforehand.
You didn't like him
really
beforehand? Okay.
No,
that's
I
fair.
think
He's a bit of a pussy.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. Maybe I just like that.
And he didn't really share his views or like how he wanted to run like the country and stuff. But in the end, he like became like an actual king and like someone who's worthy of the throne. And I was like, yes, I want you instead of that fat king that Ashgalad killed. Although bun that guy, he's a stinker. Ashgalad chopped his head off, but like the new king's it's good. But can we just highlight about Thorkel for a second, before we move? Because I don't think we've talked about Thorkel enough. Just briefly.
Okay.
Bro, within Thorkel, bro, this guy was chucking logs at boat. Like I was watching, I was like, this guy's a badass.
The javelin champion.
Yeah. Bro, I like that.
It's the javelin.
Can we just I could just imagine like Chad Steven on the top of the bridge throwing logs down at me and Dan. Like,
Edit. That's a new edit.
Oh god.
That's a very good edit. Go on, Finny. You got that one.
Because bro, he just gave that a complete Chad energy. Bro, when this guy was like, he picked the weaker side because it's more fun. Like, what?
True. Respect to him, man. Respect.
Bro,
and at the end as well.
What?
And at the end, you know when Askeladd was like beefing the king, you know he was just like he's like, what the hell, man? I meant to kill him. What are you doing?
Yeah. But my question: why would Thorkel want to kill the king? Because the king's not gonna be a good fight. Like because the king's
it's a flex.
I guess so.
And he's like, I killed the king. Haha. Look at me, big strong man.
Yeah, but I didn't think he had as much motive to do it.
No, definitely
100%.
not. But like
He just wanted to do it for the sake of doing it.
His reasoning for fighting people is just so funny. And like the reasons he gets angry, like he gets angry if an army retreats because he wants to still fight.
Yeah. Chad energy here.
And when
like, bro,
go on.
Sorry.
No, go.
I was gonna say, just bro, his 2 fingers got chopped off. And
yeah,
he was
I was
like,
gonna refer to that.
Nice.
Just walks it off.
Bro, when
Just continue fighting.
When him and Thorfinn went head to head, I think that was actually my favorite fight scene. I don't know, that was so cool. Like,
that was very cool. The animation in that was sick.
Yeah, when Thorfinn like cinematically jumped off the boat and then went head to head with him, Thorkel, I was like, this is gas, mate. This is hype. Also, but my question is, like, you know, Ashgalad, when he was like, Thorfinn, go kill Thorkel, he knew Thorfinn couldn't kill Thorkel. There was no way he was like, there might be a slight chance he takes a dog.
There was no chance
like,
in hell, man.
He sent him to death.
He sent him to death because I think he was sick of him at that point. He was just like, oh, fuck off.
I don't know.
Little rat.
He just wanted to get rid of him.
I think it was just he was just testing the waters, seeing like, all right, let's see what Thorfinn can do. Well, he nearly died, so we saw that one. But
true.
But yeah, that's just overall fantastic show. Really enjoyed it. That's what I'll say.
Very nice.